moment, I thought those high-pitched, piercing shrieks were coming from a gaggle of schoolgirls. But now I see it's just you. Anyway, I do feel bad about Clive. I just hope he didn't suffer.
Apparently they had to cut a foot off, so I assume there was some discomfort.
I dare say those thick ankles of his put up quite a fight.
Who on earth is that?
Oh, I've absolutely no idea. Are you expecting anybody?
No, these aren't calling hours.
Oh, this is outrageous. You just don't go about ringing people's doorbells.
Let's just see who it is, and then put the whole ugly business behind us.
Well, I'm going to give this intruder a real dressing down. Oh. No. Well, of course, you're a young man. You do young man things. I'm quite certain I'm old enough to be your father.
Yes, I'm quite certain, too.
My father's 46.
And so am I. You suppose he's family?
Oh, God. It's so tricky to tell now. I thought Graham Norton was straight.
Well, my dear Stuart, I will work it out. After all, I did spend a year playing the detective in the mousetrap.
Oh, please! Our postman's been in the mousetrap.
I was young, handsome, famous.
You were barely one of those things.
And you can bring round here anybody you like, boys, girls, whichever you prefer.
Thanks.
Nicely done, Miss Marple. I only hope his flesh didn't rot off where you touched him.
I'm surprised you could see it through the milky film that coats your cataracts. I never know when I'm going too far, but I'm always so glad when I do.
Well, I must prepare for our guests. I want everything to be perfect. I want 2 sandwiches that I can cut up into 16ths. That should do it.
Will you excuse me just for a moment? And do not look at my wards while I'm in the other room. I'd be very embarrassed. They're over there. And I was on tour with, Shakespeare, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. The 2 of you were old school chums. You see, I always thought Clive was so dashing. Every young man wanted to be seen on the arm of Clive Sinclair, the most eligible bachelor in London.
I seem to remember a wife. Wasn't there a wife at some point?
Oh, that was ages ago. And it was only for 19 years. No, Clive was a true man's man. Independent, free as a bird.
Children? When they're children?
Yes, 6. Are you through interrupting, or shall I hand you a microphone? Well, can I get anybody another sandwich?
Yes, I'd like 10 more, please. I'm hoping to smush them all together to create a bite. But it is preposterous. Why would Clive have been interested in Stuart?
But it says right here, because I was kind and generous and handsome.
It says kind and generous. You added handsome.
Don't you understand? I could have had a completely different life if I'd seen the letter. Not this hell I've been trapped in.
You've been in hell. I provided you with everything you could ever want since the moment we met. You were pulling pints in a pub.
I was the manager. And I was going to be a model.
You were never going to be a model.
No, not with you sucking the life out of me. You know, I aged 5 years just sharing a taxi with you that night.
Is that why you look 1,000? Oh. You're practically melting onto the rug.
I don't mean to alarm you, but I think there's something wrong with your dog.
Balthazar.
Why, what's he doing?
He's just lying there. I think he's unconscious.
Oh, no, he's only sleeping.
But I stepped on him and he didn't move.
He's 20, you see.
And yet still younger than the biscuits.
I didn't think dogs lived that long.
Oh, he's more of a doorstopper at this point.
And do you really think you could have had a better life without me?
Yes, I could have been happy and successful instead of being stuck with you in this penitentiary.
And what about me? Do you think I've been happy with you simpering around this flat, pouring your blandness onto every surface? I don't know what would be preferable at this point. If you woke up dead or I did.
I know which I'd prefer.
Let me tell you what would have happened to you, Stuart. You would have ended up the same worthless prat you are today.
Your accent just came out. Eh? His accent just came out. You all heard it.
No, it most certainly didn't. But at least I'm not from Leytonstone.
Wigan's worse.
I'm from Wigan.
This isn't the time to contribute, darling.
I also killed a prostitute on Coronation Street. Among others.
Other prostitutes?
At the shows, you're becoming very annoying.
Do you have a very close friend, Ash?
Not now, no.
Ah, I see. But in the past, you have been in a relationship with another person.
I have, but I've never been in love.
Ah, you're young. You'll meet that special someone.
I suppose. I should really go. Please tell Stuart I said thank you.
Of course. And I hope you've had fun. And maybe learned a little bit about social graces as well.
Oh, and by the way, I'm straight.
Well, that came out of nowhere. Nothing's still going on about that. Will you just forget about it, please?
I can never forget it. You said some very hurtful things which you can never take back. I don't see how we can ever get over this.
Stuart, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right.